Hey everybody, my name is Bodie Stoops and I'm a co-owner and operator of Pioneer Valley Agriculture. Over the last 6 weeks, we've taken it upon ourselves to build roughly 1.25 miles worth of pipe fence. Throughout the last 6 weeks, we have drove posts, we've welded couplers, we've installed some panels, and we've continued to plug along with our bottom and top rail and our process. While we've been doing this, we've taken it upon ourselves to showcase the capabilities of some of YESWELDER's flagship machines. These machines have been tested, tried, and have performed in every aspect asked of them while out in true field conditions, baking in the heat, in the full sun, and under big loads. We have roughly 19 hours on both of these machines, and I'm very much excited to showcase to you what these things can actually do when asked to perform in a real-world, outdoor, non-shop field setting. We're going to be showcasing the YWM-160, which has quickly become a favorite for shop enthusiasts, as well as, for myself included, field work. We're also going to showcase the multi-process capabilities of their DP200 machine. We'll show you stick, we'll show you MIG, and we'll show you flux core, just to demonstrate how durable and tough these machines actually are, and how cost-effective they are to you in your operation. I know they are for mine. Now what we have here is our YESWELDER MIG-205DS-PRO. I've had this machine personally for going on 2 years now. I probably have somewhere close to 100 or so hours on it, 20 of which have come from this field project alone. This machine is very, very, very beginner friendly. It's easy to use. It's set in settings that you're familiar with, or you can read a forum and learn how to operate just fine. These machines are set up to run 1, 2, 5, or 10 pound spools. They have an easy feed system, similar to any other MIG you'd find. Nice single point swing though, so there's no need to fool around a whole lot with resetting your wire. Your tensioner, very easy to see. You can tune it as far as you want. We can go down to 5. I don't. I leave mine around 3 to 2.5. This thing lays absolutely beautiful beads. When it comes out of the box, you're going to notice you have a 10-foot MIG whip and a 10-foot ground clamp. You can switch these out. You can get a 15-footer and a 15-footer. It has the European style connection, so instead of like the single American slide through, the stingers I call it, it's more of a 5-point. I'm more preferenced and biased to the 5-point. To me, it seems like it's much more secure and it will stay in the machine longer. Do I have anything to back that up with? Not at all. Does the option exist to buy a 205 without that specific setup? Absolutely. So it's totally operator preference. When the screen opens, I'd say it's about a 3 by 6 inch display. This thing obviously has lasted us over 100 hours, so I see no issues with it, no faults whatsoever. You'll notice on the left-hand side, you can set your wire diameter, 3.0, 3.5. You can set your step mode, 2T, just like a standard MIG gun, or 4T, where you squeeze, hold, let off, and it continues to feed until you're done. Squeeze it again, and it turns off. Weld mode, we feature our synergetic MIG, our lift TIG, our stick, and our manual MIG. Synergetic's a cool process that I haven't experienced, that I don't have a lot of experience with out in the field. That is for no reason other than personal preference and what I'm used to. This thing does feature a spool gun option, so you can set spool gun or not for doing aluminum, which that plug-in is right down there. However, you can also simply change your gas down here, right? A gas setting. You can invert your polarity, and you can still weld aluminum with standard MIG liner. You got to switch out to a graphene. I personally have a graphene liner. It makes it really easy for me to just switch out. And this is our second machine, the YWM-160 from YESWELDER. Aside from the notable difference being the body and the leads, these machines perform almost identical based on the settings that we choose to run out in the field. Similar in nature to the 205, the 160 features a fairly large screen. I'd say it's somewhere in the range of 3 to 3 by 5. Unlike the 205, it doesn't have specific different buttons for all your functions. You still have your 2T, 4T option up here. You still have your MIG, your mag, your stick, and your lift TIG that you can set, you can interchange. You have your gas selection to help you cycle through what exactly you want to do. And you have your weld wire. Hold that, it'll feed itself through again. You have the options between manual and smart. Smart is the same thing as a synergetic MIG on that process. It'll help it feed, cycle better, versus tuning everything at once. All you do is tune your voltage and the wire speed flows accordingly. When you're running smart, that's where you can pick what exactly you're running for gas. You can run your gasless, you can run your CO2 at 100%, you can run your C75, C25, it doesn't necessarily matter. And just like the 205, this machine is set up to run 1, 2, 5, and 10 pound spools. Similar setup, almost the exact same setup actually to the 205. Down here for the tensioner, single swing, up she pops, refeed your wire, run it back down, clamp it up, and you're good to go. Down here you'll notice interchangeable knobs. You can run your knuckled knobs for flux core, you can run your smooth knobs for solid core wire. It doesn't matter, this thing will do whatever you need it to do for any project that you have. Now right off the bat, you'll be able to notice an extreme difference in between the whip that exists on the 205 from the factory and the whip that exists on the 160. This one appears and feels significantly lighter in its duty rating. Contrary to popular belief, it is not. This thing simply has thicker heat sheeting. Since we've been working outside, we have to cut our grass to get our mason string line set up to be able to be as accurate as possible. We've noticed that when we trim, given a couple hours in the sun, the grass will dry out and our sparks like to cause small grass fires. We've had to patch this whip. You can see all it took was just a little bit of electrical tape, squared away. It burnt no wires, it didn't destroy the liner, it didn't punch through. It was able to get extremely hot enough to melt the rubber and not damage the functionality of the machine. Similar situation down here with our ground clamp. You can see it's a little charred in appearance. Another situation with a grass fire. But to nobody's surprise, at least mine, this thing still runs perfectly. It does its job in every capacity that I could possibly ask. Both ground clamps are very similar in thickness and operation. If anything, the 160 has a stronger spring in the ground clamp as opposed to the 205 from the factory. But like I said previous, it is nothing that can't be switched out based on your preference. YESWELDER has all sorts of replacement leads for whatever you could like. As we progress further through this series and our journey of building this fence, I'll be sure to make updates and include you in as to how these machines are still functioning and still running. I have no doubt that they're going to be kicking as soon as this thing's done. And I have no doubt that we're going to have 150 hours on both of these machines combined. But, you know, we'll see. Will they stand the test of time? Will they perform? Will they fall apart? I'm fairly certain they're not going to fall apart. These things are built like bricks. It's awesome. I think they're going to do just fine. And I think that they would do just fine for you and your operation as well. You can see here, we have our work rig nice and ready to go. We're here to showcase our YESWELDER MIG-205DS-PRO, featuring a 10-foot lead running 035 flux core wire, and our YESWELDER YWM-160 with the exact same setup running 035 flux core wire. Should we need to get into a bind, we have our Cut 55 DS-PRO on deck with our Harbor Freight McGraw air compressor and our Predator generator, and we are ready to show you what's going to happen out here on the line. We talked about briefly what our plan was, we were going to showcase and what we're going to outline, and it just so happens that now is the time to put it to the test. We spent the majority of our morning getting our bottom rail laid out, stringing up our mason lines, and making sure we're nice, square, and level down the line. We're working in an alleyway section of our farm. We have about 560 feet on two sides, which poses an extreme challenge to run one machine, especially with these smaller units. Luckily, with YESWELDER machines, that's not a problem at all. They're able to adapt and overcome any situation that's thrown at them, and this is no different. Let's get into it. Now, what about the drawbacks? We've shown you these things can run on the field. We've shown you how they operate. You see our setup. It's nothing more than a 13,000 watt generator, 220 lines, and 2 YESWELDER machines. And we're still putting out outstanding work in that field. It's a direct comparison in my eyes to any other machine that I could purchase and run. But where's the difference? Where is it? Is it in the leads? Is it in the machine itself? Is it in the building? Is it in the screen? So what I don't have for you guys is an extremely solid answer as to what these machines will do at 200 hours in the field, 300 hours in the field, 400 hours in the field. But to my knowledge, nobody knows what any machine will do at 2, 3, 4, 500 hours in the field under constant heavy loads. I know that I can speak from my personal experience and attest to the fact that YESWELDER is able to produce extremely high quality machines at a price point that you cannot find anywhere else to get outstanding quality weldments on any project you have. It doesn't have to be pipe fence. It doesn't have to be thick wall pipe. It can be replacing a basket on a four-wheeler. It can be fixing a little utility trailer you have. It doesn't matter what the project is. What matters is, will the machine function? And for the YESWELDER YWM-160 and the 205, I can with 100% confidence tell you that they will absolutely perform under any task you need to give them.